season. Big Ben got that last ride, I guess, but they lost their first round game to the Kansas City Chiefs, and it ended pretty abruptly, right? But it is what it is. Mitchell Trubisky is in. Kenny Pickett is in. Mason Rudolph is in. Who knows who's going to be the quarterback? But I am going to project that Mitchell Trubisky is the Week 1 starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that is how my picks will be going moving forward. Because if you guys will listen to the if and then statements, and if you missed it, go back to the clips. They'll be aired tomorrow, probably 2 p.m. East Coast time is when that clip will air. But week number 1, the Pittsburgh Steelers go on the road to take on the defending Super Bowl runner-up, the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, as you guys heard, Joe Burrow did have appendicitis, and he had his appendix taken out this week. He should be healthy by week 1. It's month and a half away, 2 months away. He should have plenty of time to heal. But with all that being said, it doesn't matter who starts for the Cincinnati Bengals. They are hungry, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are still going to try to find their way week 1 with their new quarterback. So give me the Bengals. Week number 2, Bill Belichick, Mac Jones, and the boys coming to town. It's not Three Rivers, it's not Heinz Field anymore. What is it called? National Crypto Bitcoin Dogecoin of America Bank or something, whatever it is. Anyways, Steelers at home for week 1. Now, Bill Belichick historically, when a team particularly is early in the season, or they play actually, like if they play in midseason and beyond, and a potential playoff matchup, he keeps the cards pretty close to the vest. Very vanilla offense, very vanilla defense. But this is week 2. Mac Jones is going to want to throw the ball. But do we know who the offensive coordinator is? Who is going to be calling the plays for the New England Patriots? I don't think it really matters because the Steelers have a good defense. Mitchell Trubisky is going to be a good, if not great, quarterback in Pittsburgh, meaning he is going to not lose you a lot of games. He is going to be that game manager, Alex Smith-esque type of quarterback, Tom Brady-esque type of quarterback, not Tom Brady level, but type of Tom Brady. Nickel and dime you down the field with good receivers. Hand the ball off to Najee Harris. Nickel and dime you down the field, wear you out. That's why the Steelers do win week 2 over the New England Patriots. Week 3, they travel to Cleveland Thursday night game to take on the Browns. Second division game in the first 3 weeks of the season. We don't know what's going on with the Browns. Is Deshaun Watson going to start? Is Jacoby Brissett going to start? Jacoby Brissett is listed as the number 1 quarterback right now. They just signed Josh Rosen in to become a backup. So clear they are moving on from Deshaun Watson in 2022. So with that being said, division foe, Thursday night game, rookie quarterback, not a rookie quarterback, but a new quarterback in this rivalry for both teams. Give me the give me the home team in this game. I do like the dog pound to be loud and proud in this game, getting behind Jacoby Brissett and Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt running up and down the field. We actually might see Amari Cooper have kind of a breakout game here as well, kind of, reestablish his home dominance that he did in Dallas, right? He was always great at home, but terrible on the road. Give me Amari Cooper and the Browns Thursday night game over the Steelers. Give us a week 4 matchup. Zach Wilson and the New York Jets coming into town to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers are kind of, at this point of the season, they're like, is Mitchell Trubisky really our answer? Our bye week is week 9. Can we struggle, go 500 long enough to get to the bye week to get Kenny Pickett in there? All that doesn't matter because Mitchell Trubisky silenced noise in this game. This week 4 game, Mitchell Trubisky shows up. We see the Mitchell Trubisky that led the Chicago Bears to 13-3 and a playoff berth, his second year in the league, if not his first year. We see a young, a hungry, chip on his shoulder Mitchell Trubisky week 4 matchup here, and they dominate the New York Jets. I mean, is it hard to dominate the New York Jets? We'll be breaking down the East soon here. You guys will see. But week 5 matchup, after that dominating performance versus the Jets, they have to take that domination and carry over to week 5 into Buffalo, New York to take on the Bills. The battle of probably the best 2 defenses in the AFC. The battle of a top 20 offense versus a top offense in the league. Give me the home team. The Buffalo Bills win this one. Week number 6, Tom Brady comes into town to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Steelers, week number 6, Sunday game. Sunday afternoon game. I feel like every time we have picked a game here, I have picked the Bucs. I have picked the Bucs over and over and over, and at some point they got to lose a game, right? At some point they got to lose a game. In week 6, they do go into Pittsburgh and they lose that game. Mitchell Trubisky is going to carry on that home momentum. Najee Harris is looking thick and muscular and put on a little bit of weight because he's going to carry the ball 30 to 40 times in this game. It is going to be a dominating running performance. Yes, the Bucs have a good defense. I don't care that they signed Julio Jones. That doesn't matter. The Bucs have a good defense. It doesn't matter. Najee Harris is going to get his money, going to earn that money, going to run up and down over the Bucs in week number 6. That puts the Steelers at 3-3 going into the week 7 matchup versus Miami Dolphins at Miami. Miami is a team that everybody's hyping up. Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. They're not a Super Bowl team. They're not even a playoff team. But they do beat the Pittsburgh Steelers week number 7, putting the Pittsburgh Steelers back behind the 500 mark here going into week 8. When they travel to Philly to take on the Eagles coming off their bye week. Coming off of a bye week, guys, I always like the team coming off the bye week, especially if it's a home game for the biased team. The team coming off the bye, I should say. I always like them. But I don't see the Pittsburgh Steelers really being a below 500 team. I see them as a 600 or 700 team. And if I pick them to lose this game, moving forward, their schedule does not get very easy. They have many division games. They do play the Falcons and Colts coming up as well. So this is a must-win. This is a must-win Week 8 game for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because if they lose this game, they fall to 3-5 on the season. They fall to 3-5 on the season going into a bye week. Then all the controversy starts to swirl. Is Mitchell Trubisky the answer? Should we put Kenny Pickett in? Mitchell Trubisky has only led us to a 400 record. Kenny Pickett can probably do that in a sleep, right? What do we do? This is a must-win for the Pittsburgh Steelers if they want to make the playoffs. So that's why I'm picking them to win this game over the Philadelphia Eagles week 8 going into the bye week, week 9. Then week 10, they're back at home taking on the New Orleans Saints. This is a win for them as well. Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season in Pittsburgh. He has made the playoffs every season as a Pittsburgh Steeler, I believe, head coach, if I'm not mistaken. But for whatever reason, after a bye week, Mike Tomlin and the boys are locked and loaded, ready to play. They beat down the Saints week 10. I don't care if they have Michael Thomas. I don't care if they have Drew Brees. I don't care if they have Alvin Kamara. They can bring back Joe Montana to play quarterback in this game. It doesn't matter. The Steelers are clicking on all cylinders, and that place is going to be rocking. Given a 2-game winning streak going into week 11 when the Bengals come into town, Sunday night game. Bengals are fresh off their bye week. Joe Burrow is clicking. Jamar Chase is clicking. T. Higgins is clicking. The whole team is clicking. The defense is looking nice. The offense is looking nice. But the Pittsburgh Steelers are clicking as well. That bye week is exactly what they needed. They beat down the Saints, and they're going to beat the Bengals as well at home. No sweep for the Bengals this year. The Bengals and Steelers split this season. Gives them a Week 12 matchup. Steelers travel to Indy to take on Matt Ryan and the Colts. We have 3 wins in a row, guys, right now. The Steelers are on a winning streak. They are clicking. They are looking hungry. They're looking mighty, mighty hungry. This is a Monday night game in Indy. It doesn't matter. Steelers are clicking. The Steelers are hot. The Steelers win this game as well by 10 points, giving us a 4-game winning streak going into Week 13 when they're on the road again to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Now, this is a trap game for the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is a game that, because they play the Ravens the next week, they have yet to play the Ravens, and when you look at their schedule moving forward, They are at home versus the Ravens. They're on the road versus the Panthers. They're at home versus the Raiders. And then Ravens on the road, and then Browns to finish out the season. This is a game that they could be overlooking. This is a game that thinking, hey, we have won 4 in a row. We are hot. We are clicking. The defense is looking good. Mitchell Trubisky is flinging that rock across the field, looking like a rookie second-year player again like he did in Chicago. Looking fresh. Najee Harris is running solid. They overlook the Falcons, and they get upset by the Falcons on the Sunday game. Give me the Falcons week 13. Week 14, Lamar Jackson and the boys coming to town. Man, if you guys have been watching the Man Hour or listening to the Man Hour on podcast form at all, you guys know between week 10 and week 15, I have been high on the Baltimore Ravens. I think Lamar Jackson is just going to go off from week 10 to week 15. He is going to be looking good. Did you hear what I said there? From week 10 to week 15, Lamar Jackson is going to go off. Well, this is a week 14 matchup. Give me the Baltimore Ravens upsetting the Pittsburgh Steelers at home in this matchup. Give us a week 15 matchup. Steelers are on the road taking on the Carolina Panthers. At this point, I do believe that Baker Mayfield will be the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. I do believe that CMC will still be healthy. I believe that Robbie Anderson has finally made his amends with Baker Mayfield. Well, the future Hall of Famers, was it? Is that what we said? Whatever. It doesn't matter. The Pittsburgh Steelers win this Week 15 match because they were pissed off because they just got upset by the Baltimore Ravens. Week 16 matchup, the Raiders come into town. That West Coast time zone to East Coast time zone affects them. Give me the Steelers. Raiders are probably flopping at the end of this season now. Struggling to stay afloat, struggling to stay above 500. Steelers are sitting at 9-6 right now, going into Week 16, a very pivotal matchup on the road versus the Baltimore Ravens. They've already lost to the Ravens once this season. I don't see it happening twice. Give me the Steelers on the road, taking over the Baltimore Ravens. Week 18 to finish up the matchup. We're sitting at 10-6 right now. 11-6 probably gets us in the playoffs. 10-7 probably on the outside looking in. Huge matchup at home. Final game of the season. The winner gets all the marbles, right? Wasn't it about 5 years ago when the Steelers and the Browns were in this exact situation and Antonio Brown didn't show up to the game, or it was like an hour later or something, and the Steelers end up losing that game? Well, guess what? Antonio Brown isn't on the team anymore, but they do have Chase Claypool, which is kind of on the verge of becoming an Antonio Brown type of person. But I think he shows up, and I think the Steelers win that Week 18 matchup, giving them 11-6 record and possible wild card berth, if not division championship here in the 2022 season.